What's up, guys? Brent here with thedroiddemos.com. So usually I do app reviews of one app per video, but I thought I'd switch it up a bit and do a top apps in one video. So this is going to be the top apps that I use. I got 11 of them. I was going to do 10, but it just ran over and ended up having 11. If I included basic ones like Facebook or messaging or things like that, it'd be even more, but this is the 11 main apps outside of kind of my core set that I use nonstop. So to start it off, I'm just going to go across my lists here. This is the folder. I haven't renamed these since I set everything up on my Evo 4G LTE, but this is my read folder, and I would consider all three of these in my top apps. The first one is Aldiko. I have the premium version, and this is my ebook reader. So you can add all your ebooks. I think they take EPUB format and something else, but I have all my ebooks in EPUB, so it didn't matter. I haven't synced it on here either, but you can look at it in different formats, like a shelf view. You can look at it in a list. You can import things from Dropbox. You can back up to Dropbox if you have Aldiko Sync, which is an additional thing that you can download. It also has stores that you can download from as well, so if you want to buy some ebooks right within the app, you can do that too. The next app that I have is an app that I did a review of, and that's Flipboard. So if you've seen that, you know what it is. If you haven't, you can just click on the screen right now and to see my review of it. But yeah, this is why it's called Flipboard. You got boards and you flip them, and you can add different topics, add different news sources, and just browse through your different news outlets or websites that you like. The other one that I use for news is NewsRob, and that's where I have all my RSS feeds come in. So I've already read everything, but this is how it works. It's pretty basic, but the green little bars over here show you what you still have to read. You can click on things, it'll load it up. You can switch to landscape mode if you want, then just tap on the little arrow to go to the next one, or you can use the volume keys as well. There are a lot of customizations in this. I don't want to get into it too much. I just wanted to show you the app really quick, but this is my go-to app for RSS feeds. So the next one I have is one of my media apps, and that's QuickPic. So I don't really use the gallery apps that come stock on phones. I use them occasionally now because they're getting a lot better and they seem to be a lot faster. But something I loved about QuickApp when I first found out about that one was its speed. And they actually redid the interface for ICS to go along with the theming, so it looks like all the other apps. So you see that ICS looking bar up here, and it's just really fast. So I mean, you look at that, I can go into pictures pretty quickly, tap on it, share it if I want. So everything's really quick. It's my favorite app for browsing photos that I have. The next one that I have is for taking photos, obviously, and just to Android. Instagram launched recently for Android, so that's my go-to app for when I want to share a unique photo just in a random situation that I think will look good. Put a little filter on it if I want, and share it. And then I spread it. You can spread it to a few different social networks. You can share it to Facebook, Twitter. If you have a Tumblr, you can share it to that as well. You can easily add all your friends from your different networks in here and follow them. So if you want to take a photo, you just click there, tap it. You can add a filter, do like whatever filters you got. So yeah, usually I just share basic photos just like through Facebook, but if I want to add a little flair to it, I use Instagram. The next one I use is morning routine. So I have a huge problem with waking up on time until I use this app, and what morning routine is an alarm clock that requires you to scan a barcode. So when when you open it up, you've got your alarms. Here's the alarm I have. Click on that. You can change the sound, change the time, change the volume, and you can set sequences. So when you just click on this, it'll ask you the barcode that you want to scan. You scan a barcode, so say I want to scan a box of cereal in the pantry. So then I set that, and then when I wake up in the morning, it goes off, and I have to go to my kitchen and scan that box of cereal in order for the alarm to go off. So by the time you scan it, you're pretty much awake and ready to go. The other thing is you can have it set something to load after you scan it, a website. So you could have, say, Facebook load after you scanned the things, so that there's immediately something there for you to look at that occupies you. So that's that. The next one is ScoreMobile. I hate the ESPN app with a passion, but I found ScoreMobile and it really does the job well. It's not the best looking interface for everything, but it has a lot of detail with when you get into the game. So if I want to look through that, recaps, I can look at blog, obviously scoring and stats. I think it's a lot easier to use than the ESPN app, and it's a lot faster. The ESPN app is really slow, and ScoreMobile just blows it out of the water. It still has all the customization there for like favorite teams and things like that, so definitely use this over ESPN in my opinion. The next one is File Expert. I did a review of this. It's my file explorer of choice. Have it right here. And I think it just looks really nice and has tons of options. You can look through your files, internal SD card. If I want to go back, I can look through my apps, I can back up apps, I can look on networks, so FTP clients, things like that, servers, cloud. If you have Dropbox, you can look through that. So tons of options to browse your files. My favorite app for File Explorer. The next one is Titanium Backup, and this one's only for root users, so if you haven't rooted your phone, it's not going to help you. But Titanium Backup is definitely one of my most often used apps. They recently slightly redesigned the app so that it has ICS kind of theming at the top. But I love this app. It's the first app I install on a phone after whatever I do, whether it's install a new ROM, get a new phone, erase it, whatever. Titanium Backup is always the first app that I install. So it'll allow you to back up your apps, restore them, filters, back things up to the cloud, whatever you want to do. Titanium Backup is there for backups. So definitely use that if you are rooted. If you aren't using it, I don't know where you've been, because Titanium Backup is a great app. The next one is probably my most consistently used app. It's called Jefit, and it's what I use for my workouts. So you have a routine. If I want to I did a review of this before, but if you just click through there, you can create a routine. Here's the current one I have. You can set days. Go through here. You have all your exercises. You can set the number of reps, number of sets, time between sets, and then it's got timers. You can save what you do. It'll have graphs for you afterwards over time. I've been using this for like 2 years now, so you can go to stats, click on something, and it'll show stats over time. You can look at your 1 rep max stats or your volume stats. You can also check your body stats if you input that into the app as well. And the last app, I know I said I wasn't including core apps in here very much, or rather your basic apps that you use all the time, like messengers and things like that. But for Twitter, my favorite app is TweakDeck. So I reviewed TweakDeck forever ago when it was still out, but after Twitter bought it, they discontinued the app. TweakDeck is now my favorite. It's got a few additional customizations over it, over what TweakDeck was. add your lists and whatever else you want to have here. Pretty basic. You can post to multiple accounts at the same time, so you can have multiple accounts in here. Everything. You should just try it out. It's a great Twitter app. I like it. It's pretty fast too. Doesn't really slow down. So those are my top 11 apps that I use. I definitely have a ton more apps installed that I also use a lot. These are just the ones that these are just the ones that I use a lot. I have a ton more that I don't have installed at the moment that I also use, but those are my top 11 apps. So definitely check them out. Let me know what you think of those. Let me know if there's apps that you like that I didn't have in that list that you think should be in my top apps used, and I will definitely check them out. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know those things. Be sure to like the video over here if you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe up top as well so you can get all my videos in the future. And let me know what you think of the Evo 4 GLT if you've got it. Again, I'm Brent for thedroiddemos.com. Thanks for watching.